Hello, welcome everyone. My name is John Ibinyode, aka Red Hound, and in this video today, I will be teaching you how to build your own Notepad application using the Qt C++ framework. Alright, I intend to make this video in series. That means in each video, I will be implementing one or two features. So in this video, we're going to be implementing only one feature for the Notepad application. So if you have your Qt framework stored on your system, you can just start it up. Click on create project. We're going to be making use of the Qt widgets application. Alright, so I need to give it the name Notepad. I've already created a directory for it. That should be Qt Notepad. Right, so next. Here, I'm going to change this name to Notepad. Next. Right, let's wait for the application to load. Right, so the application has finished loading. Now we'll go into the implementation. Okay, first of all, we need to build the user interface. So I'm coming. Let me resize this window. Right, so I'm going to make use of the text edit to drag it over here. Okay. And since we're implementing the save as function, we need to type here file and save as. Alright, so let's align this properly. Okay. Alright, so let's go into program now. So now what we have to do is to come over to notepad.cpp, which is the implementation file. So we're going to make use of a function called connect. Before I implement that function, let me explain something to you. Now in this interface, whenever the user clicks on file and then clicks on save as, whenever the user clicks on this, this will emit a signal. Now when this signal is being emitted, what which function are we going to provide to attend to that signal? This is what the connect function does. So and before we implement the connect function, I need to explain to you also what signals and slots are. Signals and slots. Now in Qt framework, signals and slots are just the way objects use to communicate. That is, objects use signals and slots to communicate between each other in Qt framework. So for the signal, whenever a button is clicked, a signal is being emitted or triggered. Something is being triggered, which is a button. Now, when this button is triggered, how do we attend to that signal emitted by that action? It's when the slot comes into play, but the slot attends to those signals. So if I click on this, save as now, what function am I going to use to attend to the need of this action triggered by this save as button? Now that is when the slot comes into play, like I said. So the slot now provides a function to handle that signal. Alright, so for we to implement this, we make use of the connect function. Alright, so what we are going to do here now, we're going to make use of this UI. We're going to make use of UI to point to the text edit. To point to the save as function, since that is what we are going to do here. Okay, now before I write down all the parameters for this connect function, I need you to know that the connect parameters are just like this: signal, slot. So whenever the signal is emitted, it's being sent to this slot or to this particular function by this connect function. Let me let me comment this out and make you to understand this more. So we're going to connect. So I'm making use of the save as function, save as, right? Hope I got the name right. Let's check the user interface. Right. No, I'm going to delete this. I think I did a duplicate there. So I just okay. Let me remove this one here. Okay, so we are left with this. Let's see. Alright. So this is supposed to be save as into right. Okay, I got that right. So now whenever this button is triggered, queue action triggered, need the slots and the save as function. All right, so let me explain this to you. What we have here is the signal. Just see this as the signal, and then these two here, the last two, is the slot. So whenever this button is triggered, the slot is this Notepad application. So that means this Notepad application responds to that signal via the save as function which you are going to implement. Alright, so come back to your notepad.h file. So let's add that function there, void save as. Now we're going to go back to the notepad.cpp to implement the file, so the function. Alright, so we're going to make use of these libraries here, qfile, dialog, qfile, and also qmessage box. So if you don't have that already, so just add them up. So alright, so the first thing we're going to do here is to retrieve a file name or a file name from the user. So we're going to make use of qstring. Right, so we're going to use the qfile dialog. We call the static member function get save. So we're going to supply some parameters here. So the parent should be these, and the caption should be save as this empty. We need to also give the user the privilege to save his or her files with the .txt extension. We're going to do this text file .txt and then our file. In case I want to save it as a file. Alright, so I'm going to hit enter. So let's see if the user we are supposed to handle an error here in case the user fails to give us a file name. So I'm going to say if file name dot is empty. So we're going to just return this. I'm going to return. Alright, so now we're going to open the file. So file here. Let's check if we have if we encounter any error. Open the file. So q file, we're going to open it for write only, and also for text file. Okay. So there we have it. So there is an error. There's an error. Let's print it out to the screen. using queue message box, right? Yeah. Warning. Okay. Did I get that right? Warning. I think I got it right now. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to make this notepad the parent. So the title, let's say warning, then file refuse to open. So just give it like that. So let's print out the error, the error string. Let's see. String. All right. So next, we're going to do next is to write whatever thing you type on your notepad to this particular file. So I'm going to make use of queue text stream. So let's say write to file. Let's give it a file which we're going to write to. We need to copy the content of whatever thing you write here or you type here. We need to copy it to a particular variable, that is a string variable, before writing it out to the file. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to save. I'm sorry. I'm going to save string. Let's just say your test or user's test. Yeah. Plus test. It equals to y. Set it to plain text. Yeah, to plain text. It's time to write it out. So write to file user's test. Then we close the file. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so let's build the program. So I'm going to on this button. So over here we have the application running. So you can increase the size, also decrease the size, and you can also increase it here and also decrease the size here. Alright, so let's try to write something. Let's see. Alright, so I'm going to save this file. Save as. Now this dialog here, or this window here, was given to us by this queue file dialog. So let's say that window is being triggered by the queue file dialog, where it uses this static function here to retrieve the file name. Alright, so I have a folder for it here already, so this should be. So let's save it here as info. Yeah, save. Okay, let's see if it was saved. So, I'm going to open this with my Windows Notepad. So, right, we have it saved here. So our application is working properly. Alright, so that's what we have for this video today. So in subsequent videos we are going to be implementing more features or more function for this Notepad application. So thanks for watching, and if you know you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you don't get to miss any of my videos. Once again, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.